Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to fix basically an ABS module that's gotten locked up where the brake lever is very hard to pull. It's pretty common. My name is Kurt. My granddaughter is right behind the camera there, and she's going to film this today. So what I'm going to show you, some of you might even have come to this video because you have this problem. Brake lever is very, very hard to pull, very dangerous because it almost like doesn't want to stop. And it happens from moisture. So if moisture gets in the brake fluid, if you don't change your brake fluid often enough, moisture gets inside the brake fluid and then attacks the parts inside the ABS module. So there must be little pistons in there that vibrate when the wheel slips, and they pulsate to keep the bike from sliding up underneath you. So today I'm going to show you how to fix this without paying $1,500, which I believe is what Harley charges to replace. What they will do is replace the module and flush all the fluid out, and I think it's about $1,500. So I thought to myself, well, if that module has moving parts inside of it, they could just be stuck. So actually I did this and it worked. So I hope more of you can take advantage of this and do it yourself as well and save the money. Okay, first of all, this is a 2012 Harley Davidson Road Glide CVO. And the first thing, in my case, take the bags off. This is the same thing for any Harley Davidson, whether it's a touring motorcycle or just one of your basic models or any of the models they have. The ABS module problem is probably very similar, if not exactly the same. So we're going to start by taking, in my case, take the bag off. Now I happen to have an iPod hooked up here from the 2012. Came with an iPod adapter, which they no longer use anymore. I'll put that down there. Remove the side cover in this case on this bike. And there's the ABS module right there. Okay, that thing inside this thing, moving parts. These are the brake lines that go to it. So the tools you need, hammer, screwdriver. Now that would be for the reservoirs, up here the brake fluid reservoirs, and the one down here for the rear brake. What I use to bleed the system is a pump. You can buy these at AutoZone. I think about $40. They come with parts and pieces, but you hook this up to the nipple on the caliper, and you can just pump this, and it sucks the fluid into this little can. But as you're doing this, you got to make sure you keep the reservoir full or you get air in the line. So you can get this thing sucking, you can lay it down, and it still sucks, and then you can keep topping off the fluid, which is DOT4 brake fluid. That's what you need to use. This is also very toxic on paint. This could remove paint. So if it sits on your paint job, you might have a problem. So don't allow this to sit on paint. Maybe keep a little rag with some water on it and wipe it off if any of this hits your paint. So keep it off your motorcycle and in the reservoirs. Be very careful. Okay, so the first thing I did, honestly, I thought to myself, well, there's got to be moving parts inside there that are frozen, making this lever very, very hard. Very hard. So what I did was I tapped this with a hammer just like this. And then I guess since the camera's close to the rear one, there's a little nipple right here. I put this on here, loosen it with a 3/8 wrench. Now, 3/8 wrench is right here. You can break this loose and you can start sucking the fluid with this pump. With this pump right here. And it'll fill this canister up. Let's see, so basically what you do is you loosen the little nipple there and you suck the fluid through. But like I said, make sure you keep the reservoir full. Once you see that the fluid is clear and new, the old stuff will be discolored. It'll be like a dark yellow. You'll start to see the new clear fluid come through. I would keep going until you see the new product, because then you know for sure you got the new stuff in there. So I then just tapped it again, and then I did the front ones the same way. Pump the brakes and bleed the nipples and replace the fluid. So basically bleed the brake system, banging on this, freed up the parts. It got the fluid out that was damaged by water, and that's what causes the problem. The water causes the problem. So that's what I did, and it works perfectly now, like better than it ever has. So I must have had problems. I bought this bike used a few years ago, and the brakes work much better than they did when I bought it. So it's a really good idea to change the fluid. I think Harley says every 3 years. So keep that in mind, and like and share this video if you have a friend that needs this done. And if you have any questions, you can just text them to me or comment on my channel there, and I'll answer them for you. But that's about it for today. That's all we got to do, and lucky for me, it worked. I didn't want to pay $1,500. I figured I'd do this a different way. There are other videos out there of guys doing this, but they bypass these up here. They bypass these together. They just put them together and eliminate the ABS module. But you don't want to do that. That's a nice feature, the ABS. So that's what I did, and it all worked. But thank you for watching my channel. And if I come up with any new tips for anything else, I'll be sure to post them on here. Thanks again, and see you soon.